Hello,
Hey,
hello.
hey, bud.
Hello, hello there.
Who's
What's
out
happening?
here?
I got two people on the call today.
Who's out
Wow.
here? Oh, Brad. Brad's a new guy. That's good. I'm glad somebody's on.
That's right. We got new blood.
Good, 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 good.
How's it going?
Okay. How's it going with you? You busy?
Oh my God. Yes. Busy is an understatement. So yeah, everybody on the Freedom Team is in Dallas pretty much. I couldn't go because my wife had another engagement that I had to be a part of for a couple days, and then so everybody had to go from 11 to 12. I did a live webinar um, for agent recruitment. So yeah, it's been a busy morning.
Are you
So
from
you
agent recruitment, Brad, or are you from the Freedom Team?
Freedom Team.
Okay.
Yeah, Brad joined what Brad about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so he's become a part of the team about 3 weeks ago. He's just getting his feet wet and going through fast cap right now, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good. I went through that already. You wanna run with me, do some stuff? We could do it together if you like.
Sure. Where are you located?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. The
Ah,
best.
yeah. If I leave now,
It's like Joe Randy. Go ahead.
oh,
Yeah,
You didn't see my
if you left right now, you'd be there. What, it'd take you about 22 hours to get there?
give or take. Yeah. Yep.
Where are you? You said, Brad?
I'm in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
He
Alabama, huh?
he's in my neck of the woods.
Orange Beach, Alabama.
That's right.
All right. Let me show you real quick. Let me flip my screen. I'll show you. I've been disappearing, Andy, because I had to disappear. I had to do my stuff. How do I flip my screen? There it is. All right, buddy. I made some big moves.
Holy
Check,
cow, look at you.
check that sucker out. That's the 13.
Yeah.
So this is the 13. And then I got this baby that goes on top of it.
Okay.
So it can connect to this guy. And then this guy I got yesterday is the keypad, the keyboard that goes
Okay.
with the iPad Pro. So I'm going to be connecting this iPad Pro to my gimbal, to my tripod and this so I can use my screen and stuff. So I'm not as good as you yet. I'm not instant talking yet. It depends on certain things, but these specific videos I can't. But like tour videos and this and that, it's easier, and neighborhoods a lot easier. But these a lot of spitting, a lot of facts, and it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I got the Big Voo. I had some issues with Big Voo. That's why I disappeared for a couple of weeks. It was
Stop.
good,
Go on.
and then it stopped. It was it didn't open the videos all the time, and then sometimes it wouldn't it would record, and then it will keep buffering and it wouldn't upload. And they told me again it's because of Android. So that's what caused me to get this iPad. I was gonna get a iPro iPhone, but he said I don't need the iPhone if what I'm looking to do for recording and editing and this and that. The iPad Pro would be sufficient. So, and it was only $35 a month.
Hey, all I can say is welcome to the dark side. Welcome to Apple.
Yeah, I'm halfway in, but I'm partly there. I'm probably eventually will transition, but I needed the you need the equipment to do the job. You don't have the equipment, you can't do the job. So
Yeah, buddy, I
um
should be a spokesperson for Apple. I have the Mac Mini, I have the iPad Pro,
yeah,
I've got not one but two iPhones. I've got my wife has currently has my laptop, my Apple Pro MacBook 13. She's got it in Dallas in Washington D.C. where she's at. So yeah, it's all and they're all interconnected. The cool thing that I love about it is having them all on is because they're all synced together. So no
Exactly.
matter where I'm at, like if I'm editing a video on my Mac Mini and then I have to pick up and travel and go somewhere, when I
Hmm.
get there, I open up my MacBook and it's right
It's
there.
there.
Yeah.
That's what I like the best about it. That's what I like it for. Yeah. See, even right now, I'm opening my Big View on my Android, and it isn't opening. They say they've been having issues with the Androids on Big View, so that's
Hmm.
why I caused me to get that. So, and then pretty much my intro trailer you saw, I can only share parts of it, but that's pretty much done. It's easy when I use the Big View, and it's more engaging when I'm moving around. But I think I'll put my tripod in every few scenes or whatever, or parts of the clip. I'll just move and transition to a different location or something.
Yeah.
But I'm 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 feeling confident. I'm liking everything that's coming together. Um, Phoenix is pretty much all set up. Scottsdale's all set up. So my next move is Chandler. And then the one after that will be the full Arizona market report. And then after that will be my new construction tours. I've been doing a lot of those lately too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad there's at least two of us on this call. I wish everybody was on this call today because as of a couple of days ago, YouTube changed its algorithm.
Mm-mm.
Once again, they do this about every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Um, but what they're looking for now, just to update everybody, is basically what they're looking for is engagement. So they're going to basically score you a lot higher for engagement, whether that's good or bad engagement. So in other words, if you have people who are commenting on your videos, whether it's good or bad, I mean, they might put on there, you suck, but it doesn't matter what they put on there. And if they give you the thumbs up or the thumbs down, they're engaged in your video, then they're YouTube is taking that particular video and putting it in front of more people. So your engagement is ranking a whole lot higher than SEO scores. Now, all the other stuff is still important to do, but the engagement is so much more important. So we are about to change the way we're doing videos, period. So what we're going to start doing is like so when we do a view of a property, so we're gonna, like just say you're going into the property and you got your selfie stick in your hand and you're walking in and you're saying, today we're gonna go through 123 Main Street. It's a new construction property. It's listed at 439 or whatever, blah blah blah. And as you're going through it, then we're gonna point out everything, negative, positive, anything, stuff we do like, don't like, whatever. And then we're gonna say like when you come in, even if it's our listing, we're going to come in and go, um, you know, let's take a look at the kitchen now. And then you go through and then you go, look at those cabinets. And then you say, I don't know that I would have painted those cabinets that color. Put in the comments and tell me what you think. What color would you paint those cabinets? We're going to do that through the entire process of the video. So we're going to start asking questions, get people to answer, get people involved. And then it's also, they're weighing a lot on like if somebody puts a comment on your video and then you don't comment back, you don't respond to them, it's going to absolutely penalize you huge. So if you're not engaged with your audience, they're going to penalize you big time. So it's very important if somebody comments, no matter again, like if it's good or bad. I've had people who put on there and they might make a negative comment, but I turned it into a positive one. So they might say, "Oh, this condo is trash." I wouldn't buy this if, or I wouldn't take this condo if you gave it to me. So I might put in a comment below and go, "Okay, great. Are you a contractor?" with a question mark. And then they might come back and go, "No, I'm not a contractor. I'm just a smart client or whatever, a smart consumer." Okay, great. Well, tell us what you would do different. And you just keep them engaged, just keep them talking. And by doing that, YouTube takes your video and they'll put it in front of way more people.
I see your videos, your ads pop up on Facebook. and I always like them. I was like, I may not watch them
Yeah.
because it's, but does that help? Does it matter?
As far as Facebook is concerned, not really. I mean,
Hmm.
it's yeah, Facebook doesn't
Don't do
that-
it, Brad.
Don't
Because
do
when you
it.
do it, don't do it because it's gonna cost Andy more money. Just skip through it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, the
All right.
Facebook doesn't
They
really
pay for
matter.
engagement.
The Facebook doesn't really matter, but it's YouTube that's looking at that pretty hard. I'm
Oh,
sure
Yeah,
okay.
Facebook will probably change their algorithm at some point, but right now it's Facebook is basically, especially when you're running ads, the more money you spend, the more money, the more they're going to put it in front of somebody. Facebook's all about the money. YouTube's really not. So. And that's the reason we chose the YouTube program to build our business was because it was free. I mean, quite frankly, it's a longer game.
yeah,
As toy, you can see that, but I mean, it's a longer game. But in the end, it's well worth it because, I mean, we got 3 new clients off the YouTube channel last week. That people, I mean, the phone's just steady ringing. You know, um,
so
and
you ask
that's
them where'd you find me? You ask them that? How'd you come across me?
well, you don't have to.
They tell
Normally,
you?
oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you those phone calls are something else. I mean, like it literally. This is the way they go. So my phone will ring. I'll look down. I'll see. Number one, I have a Google phone number instead of just they don't dial in on my regular phone. So I see it when it pops up on Google Voice. So I know it's a YouTube client. So that's why I know to answer it, or either it's spam. So I'll answer it. It says, do you want to connect to the call? And I'll answer it. And then this is in every single time, this is the way it goes. They go, hey, is this the YouTube guy? And I go, yeah, it is. It's the YouTube guy. And they go, oh my God, I can't believe you answered the phone. And I'm like, well, who else do you think would answer the phone? But then, we start talking. So, I mean, immediately I know that they've, found me from the YouTube channel. Now, I never really ask them what video you saw that made you, you know,
Yeah,
because a lot of times they'll tell you, we've been watching your channel. We watch all your videos. We've been watching your channel for like a year. And, we just love it and yada, yada, yada. So, but anyway, and most of the time they've been watching your channel for a year and they're finally ready. It's like one of those things where, you know, they may not have been ready a year ago, but now they got everything together and they're ready to buy. So
yeah,
that's what we're mainly getting. Now we do have some that'll call every now and then and they're like a year away from buying or something, and we just put them in the system and drip on them and keep in contact with them. But for the most part, when that phone rings and you can tell it's a YouTube client, they're ready to buy a property. I mean, it's done. And most of the time, they have all their finances worked out, which is crazy. I mean, or either they're paying cash or you know something of that nature. So it's
yeah.
been it's been something.
Reverting to your engagement thing that you were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
it's so very true. Um, wasn't sure if that changed or that was, always been like that. But you should wait till my videos come out, Andy. You're gonna be so impressed. Because when you say the best, like my mind, like I have to make it the best. I can't just make it some stupid little YouTube video. So that's what makes me my perfectionist come out because I can't label myself the best if my video is gonna suck, right? So the
Anal
engage
retentive is the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
possibly, uh, but when you talk about engagement, all that stuff, my script, everything that I have, everything I say, is so high keyword rich, high SEO rich, and so much like, oh, what do you hate and love about living in Phoenix, Arizona? Or like I'm always asking stuff in my video. I'm like, oh, comment this like throughout the videos because I see top YouTubers they do that. So yeah, everything that you mentioned is so true. So all my videos have that. I have so many place points of this location, of that location, of this person. That's like, yeah. So later when I get my video, I'm gonna throw that into a blog and those blogs are gonna be linked to other those sites and those people and those things, you know. So that's where I'm gonna get known is because of these SEO keyword rich first four videos that I'm doing.
Yeah, cool. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah. No, I can't even share. I can't even share my big blue right now. So maybe I can share my script.
What kind of equipment? I mean, is an iPhone? I mean, I'm sure people are doing them videos just with an iPhone and nothing else. Uh, what do you use like for uh, editing, and do you do music? Do you do anything like that?
Did
Have you
I
watched
give
the
you?
trainings yet, Brad?
That's what I was fixing to ask him. Did I give him, Brad? I think I gave you access to the training. I think.
Do you
You
have my
probably
training yet?
did.
Oh, okay. I would recommend you, Brad, go through your training as fast as you can.
Okay.
Don't go bits and pieces of it like a lot of people do.
Well, the cool thing about it is you have an access to all of it. Is that you can go through it one time, kind of skim through it real fast, and then you can go back and
Yeah.
you know and watch it at your leisure. Yeah, I gave you access to it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's some stuff that you already have or some stuff that you'll need to work on. So that's why you don't want to be stuck on one thing and then just stay there instead of like you can absorb other information, different things, and then come back to doing those things and doing the things that you can do.
Now, I said that to say this. I wasn't avoiding your question, but to answer your question, it is all in the training. But to answer your question, then yes, mainly I use an iPhone for just about everything I do. Now, I did find out early on that by trial and error that people will watch bad video, but they will not watch bad audio. So I went out and spent a little money on audio equipment. You can see this is what I'm using in my office now. It's a pretty expensive microphone with a buffer on it. And then also I use my lapel mics that have they just hook to your lapel on your shirt and they have a wind buffer on them so that it cuts out some of the wind noise. There you go, right there. So
Brad, I got these from TikTok Shop.
My background, I'm a musician. And
yeah.
so then years ago, I worked in pro audio for a lot of different manufacturers, and I worked for Panasonic on the audio side, but we were part of the video, and we used to tease the video guys, and we'd say, video, audio by itself can be magic, but video without audio is merely surveillance.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you that's the truth. I mean, because
Yeah.
I've had people where, it could be just the crappiest video, like it's, like the house could suck. I mean, literally the house could suck.
Mm.
But if you or it could be some of the best. You could be out viewing, and this happened to us. You could be out viewing a $2.5 million property, which we were, and we were out showing a $2.5 million property, and it was really, really, really windy, and there was some construction going on next door, and we didn't have the right microphones, and you couldn't hardly hear it. I mean, it was like so muffled. It was the video, the audio was just terrible, and nobody. I actually wound up having to take the video down. I just took the video down and went out and reshot it on a day that wasn't so windy. And I got there really early in the morning, so the construction people hadn't started yet. But yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, I found that out the hard way. Bad audio is no bueno. It's not good at all. So. And
I
then,
learned that hard way.
with the editors that you have now, like in CapCut, you can cut out a lot of the back end noise and then enhance the voice and, all that kind of good stuff. So there's all kind of tricks now that I didn't have when I started this channel. I had just the plain old basic stuff. And I've gone out since then and bought expensive camera equipment and I bought all this expensive lighting and these gimbals and this I've even got a stationary gimbal that you can mount the phone to and set it in the house, like on a tripod or on the kitchen counter, and then you can put your face in it and dial it in, and basically it just follows your face around the room. So the phone follows you. So it sits there on this tripod deal, and then the phone just turns and follows you everywhere you're going and you're talking. I never use it. I never use any of that crap. I mean, I just basically use this, which is this old tripod selfie stick. I use
Yeah.
that and a lapel microphone and my iPhone. That's it. And I use an
Hmm.
iPhone 14, believe it or not, to do it because I got ready to buy a new phone, and the guy said, "You want to turn this phone in?" And I said, "How much are you gonna give me for it?" He pulled it up and said, "Oh, $40." I said, "No, I'll keep it for $40 and I'll use it as a camera." So that's what I did. But yeah, it's but YouTube changes their algorithm about and you're right, Toy. Some of the big creators have been doing this for a while, as far as trying to get engagement and getting people asking questions along the way and all that. But to me, what I found was it wasn't that important. Say 6 months ago, it wasn't that important, even though they had started doing it. They've always been doing it. You take that the guy that does the original Living in Houston, Texas channel, Jackson Wilkie, and he's the one that Levi Lassick actually learned from. And Jackson has been doing that forever, where and he's got his partner named JoJo, and they tell jokes all the time, and he makes it so exciting, when they get in there, and he's like, "What you got for us today, JoJo?" And I mean, it's just they make it funny as all get out. Um, so yeah, I mean, keeping people engaged is just it's what. But what I'm saying about the algorithm change is it's one of the most important things. The two most important things is the number one now is engagement, is keeping people engaged in the video. And the number two thing is to make sure they're still watching after the first 30 seconds. So the first 30 seconds of your video is so crucial. And that's why it's like you got to tell them what it's about, and then you better deliver on what you promised, within the video. So that's why we always start ours out the same. We've been doing it for over 2 years now, and I don't expect we'll change it at any point. We say the same thing every single time when we start a video out. If I'm shooting a video in Orange Beach, I say, "So you're thinking about moving to Orange Beach, Alabama? Well, today in this video, we're going to cover blah, 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 and let's get to it right now." And then we go right into the video. And so then we have our little intro, and then it goes into, now we're probably going to change that up and not even ask people to subscribe until way later on in the video, because you got to give them a reason to subscribe. You have to give them some information. You got to give them something that's useful, before they subscribe to your channel. So probably going to move some of that stuff around a little bit, but I hadn't wrapped my head around it completely yet.
I like that. I actually like that better now you mentioned that because I don't like that first intro part too. Like, subscribe, blah, blah. Like they just saw you. They don't know you. Like
Yep.
you're telling you got to give something before you get something. So yeah, I like that. I think I want to take that out of my intro too.
Yep. We're
Because
just
like you
going to
said,
kind of
first
move it
30
around.
seconds, that's part of your first 30 seconds. Is almost that's in there.
Yeah.
So you're wasting 30 seconds to tell them to subscribe.
Yep.
So like you mentioned, there's that icon, there's that sound. You can put that into your video. You don't have to say it. That reminds them to click it, to press it.
Yep. Yeah. You don't never have to even say it if you don't want to. Just put it in just throw it in three or four
Yep.
places within the video.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna remove that out of my intro. I think I like that better.
I will tell you one thing I've been working on this week, because I've been trying to dial in on these Facebook ads and trying to perfect. I'm gonna tell you that YouTube was way easier to figure out than Facebook is. Facebook is so difficult to figure out.
The
Um,
ads?
oh my God! One minute we'll think we
Yeah.
got everything dialed in perfect, and then the next thing you know, their Facebook has blackballed you. You're not even getting shown up anywhere. It's like, what did I do? And you didn't even do anything. You know, it's so they'll just turn your damn ads off, which is crazy.
I
Um,
don't like Facebook.
I
I'm not
can't
so
stand it, but it's a necessary evil. And then let me see if I can find the one. I'm going to show you all this ad. It's crazy.
So from what I understand, Facebook is like business later. It's not business now. And you got to nurture them and this and that. But if you know how to do YouTube ads, that's where the money's at. You put your ads in front of, you can put your ad right in front of a specific video. So that's what I'm working on. But I got once I put my YouTube together, that's what I'm gonna start doing.
Let me show you all this ad real quick. This is funny as all get out. Um, let's see. I think you can see my screen.
This goes out to all my real estate buddies out there. When I grow up,
You got into the baby thing too.
212 leads, 5 contracts in just 2 weeks. Yeah, I was born to close. Are you still begging all your friends for referrals? You still crossing your fingers that Zillow finally sends you a good lead? Listen, our business partners are done with all that noise. They're using a system with our exact funnels that absolutely work and to pour leads into their system. With this proven system, you could absolutely turn $10 a day into 212 leads in just 2 weeks. This stuff works. And on this free training, we will show you step by step. Every
You're a
single
cute
thing we
baby,
did, every
Andy.
single thing we have, we're going to give it to you. No guesswork, no fluff, no sales pitch,
Beach
just our
fuzz.
campaign. You
But that's
just
not
see them
your
in
voice,
video.
Andy.
Just click the link below. Join
Put
us on
that
the
into
free
your
training and
voice.
start stacking contracts.
How crazy is that?
Is it AI that does all that, or is it an app, or what is it?
Yeah, it's AI that does the baby part of it, that turns it
Yeah.
into. So there's 3 or 4 different programs you have to use. I did ID. It's what I did was I went first thing I did was went to Chat GPT and I uploaded a picture of myself and I said turn me into a baby. And so it did it. So then I take that picture and I loaded it up into an AI program called ID. It's ID dash D or it's D dash ID. That's what it is. D dash ID. And anyway, so I put the video in there, and then I went to 11 Labs Studio, and I put in a script, and I told it, and I gave it a voice, and then I made it. I messed with the stabilization and the intensity and all that, so that it has a kind of a smart alecky attitude, is what I wanted. And so I took the script after I got the MP3 file, and I uploaded that into D-ID, and then I put it to the baby. Then I took all that shit and put it into CapCut, and then I put all the cuts in, so the cutaways, and then the background whooshes that you hear, and then all the captions. So I did all that in CapCut.
How
So
long did that
yeah,
take you?
start to finish about 3 hours, but yeah,
Jesus.
but it's I mean,
Sorry.
and the thing is that one has a watermark across it. So I debated that's a free. I did all that for free. So I sat here and I said, well, should I pay for it? And so I looked at it and like a year was like 190 bucks for both programs. So I just said, screw it. I went ahead and just bought it so I could get rid of the watermark. So I'm actually redoing it and I actually have one I hadn't done all the cuts to yet, but this is the new one. Let me see. I hadn't done all the cuts to this one yet. But here's the actual. So I gave it a smile, a little more attitude.
Attention, all my real estate buddies. When I grow up, I'm going to be a lead generating machine. Yeah, I was born to close. You still begging your friends for referrals? Still crossing your fingers waiting for Zillow to finally send you a decent lead? That's adorable. But we don't do that anymore. One of our partners, brand new to real estate, no past clients, no sphere, didn't know anybody, pulled in
You
$409,000
have a
year
fear
one
as a
in our
baby,
system.
Andy.
Another partner, 16 appointments in 1 week, yet another partner. 6 homes under contract in just 7 days. We're handing over the exact funnels, the exact ads, the entire strategy we use every single day. And it's working for agents just like you. No cold calls, no door knocking, no begging Aunt Susie for referrals. This is a free training, no fluff, no pitch, just swipe it and hit go. Click the link, get inside, and let's start stacking contracts. Your pacifier ain't gonna buy you listings. Let's go.
You should have like like missing teeth, like baby teeth fell out.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna put in all the cuts on that one and all the captions, and I'm gonna, the swishes and all that, and change the scenes and then just kind of shorten it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna actually run that ad.
So, have you seen Joe Rogan's and Theo Vaughn?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I would recommend for you is put your voice as the baby. Don't use a AI voice. Use yours.
Well,
It
I thought about that, and I might still do that, but
use your AI voice.
yeah.
Record your voice. So the other app is called Hedra AI, Hedra.
Hmm.
Hedra AI does that, does the baby stuff. So I was looking into doing that stuff too. So you do Hedra AI and you use your voice because you
Yeah.
want it all relayed back to you. It's your brand. So you want to have them recognizing your voice.
Yeah, the 11 labs will actually allow you to use your voice, but I chose that one just because it just I mean it was so funny because, well, I'll be honest with you, ChatGPT suggested that because it was like I wanted it to start with. I wanted to give it a baby voice, and ChatGPT said no.
No
It
baby.
said it would be funnier with a grown-up's voice and
Yep.
and the face of a baby. And
Yep.
so I was like, okay, well, so we'll do it that way.
Mhm. That's
But
why,
yeah,
yeah, that's why Joe Rogan's stuff is hilarious.
I know. Yeah, I saw the interview with Theo Vaughn and Donald
Yeah,
Trump, and it was both of them were babyfied.
it's a joke, funny. And then Judge Judy, oh my God, that was hilarious. Have you seen Judge Judy's baby?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that is a crack. So if you really want to make money, do a faceless YouTube. That's like another thing that you could do. It's crazy. People are
Yeah.
watching now. It's like viral right now.
Well, and that's what I'm sitting there thinking. I said, well, I need to strike while the iron's hot, because this fad ain't going to stay around for, a
No,
while. But so I figured for the next couple months, I'll run that little baby ad and see how it works. See if anybody signs up and see if, if it goes viral on Facebook. Who knows? We'll see.
got to be creative for sure. I'm thinking of some stuff right now. Your baby, you growing up talking like, oh, I hope my mom and daddy something about houses or something. You can make it really,
Yeah.
really creative. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
trying to
cool.
come up with a thumbnail for that one because you had to put a thumbnail with your video on Facebook. And I'm trying to come up with a thumbnail for that one that says, has something to do with baby. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, definitely fun.
But yeah, so move this back. So what else is going on? Y'all need, is there anything anybody needs any help with?
That was my struggles the past couple of weeks. So that's what I just showed you earlier. So that's where I'm at, and
I
so I'm
told
putting the pieces
I
together right
told
now.
Tim you had disappeared. I said, well, I don't know if he's sick or if he's just getting his head right or if he's
Who would you say?
me and Tim were talking about you because you,
Tim.
you hadn't you hadn't showed up in a couple of weeks, and I said, well, I don't know what's going on with him. I said maybe I should send him an email and check on him.
Yeah, no, I had to disappear to do my stuff. I had to get my work in order. There was no point to show up just to show up, and I was hoping other people showed up, but nobody showed up past couple of weeks. Glad to have you
Yeah,
here, bro.
Tim and I have been using that time to kind of we hadn't recorded it, but we've been using that time to kind of talk about stuff that we got going on. So we've made useful time of it.
Yeah. So now that I have, I want to say 90+% of stuff that I need and all my stuff, my scripts and equipments. Today's Tuesday. I have it to where I want to have everything out by Friday, 1 p.m. So this Friday, 1 p.m., I won't be able to have it, but like Friday, 1 p.m. next week, I want to have 3 videos set up so that I can put it to where next week they'll have the following on already.
Yeah.
Phoenix and then Scottsdale in my trailer. I want to have that done. So if you put a video out on Friday and you say, watch this next video, they're able to see it right away, obviously, right?
No. It just depends on your scheduling. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know how to schedule it out, right?
I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I know there's a schedule part. But what I'm saying is in your video, like if my living in Phoenix video, I'm saying watch this video about Scottsdale. Do I want to have it done already to where they click and watch it right away? Or are you saying I should say, oh, watch this video and have it for them next week?
Um, you could probably do either way. You know, I would probably say, if you mention a video and then you're pointing at the video, you might want to have it to where they can actually watch it, so you could say, be sure and check out next week's video or something, something of that nature if you
Okay.
had something
Okay.
planned out. Um,
Okay.
so you
I
think
got
about moving to the Gulf Shores, or let me cut that off.
okay. That gives me an idea because then that won't push me back too long. Then I'll wait for my Chandler video after my Scottsdale. So I'll do Phoenix and Scottsdale, have it completed, and have it linked to Scottsdale right after the Phoenix, and then after that, then later on do my Chandler and put it the following week. Okay, so maybe I could still do it by next week. Put my first video Phoenix by Friday, 1
Yeah.
p.m.
So I'm assuming you can see my screen now.
Yeah,
Okay. So you see this is so like the way I got here was coming into
studio.
you come into YouTube Studio right here and then come over here to the side and go to content. And you can see here I've got this one scheduled out for next week. So this one's actually scheduled for May 25th
Mm-hmm.
at 3 p.m. So I mean everything's already done to it. It's just scheduled out. And so that's the way you schedule stuff out. Now, I'll have, 7 or 8 weeks in here already scheduled out, but yeah. I have been consumed with other crap. So I have to get back on the video trail.
So
Um,
you just try to record as much as you can all at one setting, and then you just space it out.
yeah, I usually only put out one video a week simply because that's what our tagline promises, new videos every week. Just to make sure that we're holding up to that promise. And I will tell you that we have just in the another thing we're seeing an uptick on is the subscribers. So we've gained 72 new subscribers in the last 28 days. It's been, which is kind of, it's a little above normal for us. We normally, well, it says it's about the same as usual, but it's not. It's a little higher than what it usually is. But
Mhm.
this has also been, we've gotten 1,031 views just in the last 48 hours. Um, so that's on an uptick too. The last video that we did, just to show you, this one here, when we did this video, let's see, that is not where I wanted to go. The last video that we did that I put out, for some reason, took off like a skyrocket. This one, and I don't know why it took off the way it did, but it took off. See right there, this is our normal. See this little gray line right here? And then this thing is like We normally have 200 to 290 views on a video of this caliber, and this one has 438 for some reason. And maybe
Which
it's
one is that
engagement.
one? What video is that one?
It's it's a video, it's a condo tour.
Orange Beach, Alabama. Well, I have got a real treat for you today. We are going to
So
walk
they
through
expected, find out what's in that
one
video that's
bedroom,
making it
one
better.
bathroom.
That's the one where they
Two.
revamped. They did some upgrades to the condo.
Yeah, they did a few upgrades to it,
Yeah.
but to the condo itself, and that may
Yeah.
be what it is, to the
Yeah.
and
I
then
watched it to the end.
yeah, we showed a lot of stuff around the neighborhood, that it's across the street from docks. It's, so there's several restaurants, but you can see I've had people commenting on it right out of the gate, which has been, according to YouTube's algorithm, that's what they're looking for now. So
I've never seen your golden orange red, so that might be the new thing. I like that coloring that you guys have. It pops,
yeah, I've been trying some different stuff on the thumbnails too. Um,
right? That's a new thumbnail, right? That's the coloring. You don't have that before,
yeah, I've been so what I've been doing is going to a website called Text Studio. Uh,
yeah.
I don't know if I have that. I don't even know if I have that in the training, but
No, I don't think so. But you told us in the video.
I've
Text.
been there is a free version. I'll put this in the chat. There is a free version of it, but golly, I don't know why I'm getting 900. I just had like 12 text messages pop through. But that's everybody. There we go. There's the actual website that's in the chat. There is a free version. I pay for a version just so I can download the stuff in high quality and HD quality. But the thing is that I think I want to say it's like $12 a year. I mean, it's cheap as dirt, for this subscription to Tech Studio. But anyway, there's all kind of formats in there that you can pick from. I usually save some of them to my favorites, so I don't have to go back through and look for them all over the place. But that's where I'm creating all my text from now. I'm not just doing it inside of Canva because it's just easier. It's easier and they pop and, they seem to be getting a lot more attention than just the ones you create in Canva.
That's what I noticed about that 400,000. That pops out a lot more.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Especially being right there on the beach, 450 grand right there on the beach, even though it
Yeah.
is really small, it's a one bedroom, one bath kind of deal. But all right, fellas, what else is happening?
I'm good. I'm good. I know where I got to do, what I got to do. I got a plan, I got a schedule. So I haven't given up on me and on you guys. So I'm a project to be the best. So working on it, and I have a vision. I have a work I'm working on. So I'll see you guys next week.
Yep, we'll
Uh,
be here. Same time, same back channel.
bedtime's a bed channel. I'll have more, a lot more for you guys. Brad, um, here, I'm gonna text you my number on the group, Brad. You want to reach out?
Okay.
You want to reach out if you really want to run and fly with me? I always want somebody to fly with me, but very few people want to fly and run with me. So I don't know why they don't want to work as hard, or I need somebody to help motivate me, push me that's going the same direction, as well. So
Okay.
I'm almost there. You don't know my story, Brad, but I had a whole YouTube, everything all set up. I paid for training. I've had professional editing. I've done all that stuff, but YouTube deleted all of my information, all my accounts. So I'm pretty much starting from scratch again, but a better channel through Andy and Tim. So, but yeah, we can do this together if you want and get you there.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, Andy, for your time, bud.
All right, buddy. See y'all.
Bye-bye.